Hello guys, welcome back to Gaming Tidbits. And this time around we're going to talk about another retro emulation console called the Retroblox. Now the Retroblox, again, it's similar in theory to kind of like the Retro 5 and the Retro Freak. In look, it looks like like the Retro 5, right? It kind of looks like the Retro 5. And obviously every time you bring up, emulation console, some people like it, some people don't. You always bring up the legality, like, what could happen with legality. What makes the Retro Block system different than, let's say, if you already own a Retron 5, Retro Freak, or any other emulation machine out there in any capacity? Well, the first unusual approach about this machine, it has a modular approach to emulation. In other words, you want to play a Super Nintendo game, you plop the Super Nintendo module on top in the slot, play your Super Nintendo games. You want to play the Genesis Mega Drive game, you take off the Super Nintendo slot, put in the Sega Genesis slot into the console. And that's how it goes with those. The most interesting aspect to this console for a lot of people is simply that it has an optical drive, which means it can play all kind of manner of disc-based titles, from the PlayStation to the Sega Cd. So you will be able to play those games on this system. So again, if you're looking for it all in one box, this might be interesting. The other problem, again, when you talk about the slots, is the modular stuff is you're probably going to have to buy those separately. Again, we don't know a lot. It isn't out for to be bought yet. They're supposed to crowdfunding later this year, so that aspect we have to wait for to see really how that is. Is it all going to be together? How much is it going to cost together? Is that stuff going to be separate? The optical drive can't be. It's in the system itself. Um, well, again, the promise of playing CD games is really cool because obviously there really isn't that option out there. The thing about this, again, the thing that they don't say in this about this console is they don't say whether it plays Atari Jaguar or Sega Dreamcast games, and that could be a major issue because they use standard CD-ROM games that could be used on this. But if it doesn't, that's something that may turn people off. Again, do you need this when there are other multi-card systems out there outside the CD stuff? That is up to you. There is another interesting aspects to this machine. It does have HD output, which you gotta have these days, but also has Twitch streaming capability, which for people who want to stream, this could be the box you want for some older games. Again, you could again use an Elgato HD and stuff with AV input to fix that problem too. So it's not like you have to get this to do that. It's for people who want to stream could possibly do this. It also has the ability to take screenshots and record video. You can upload to Facebook and other stuff. So that is the interesting aspect behind this. Now there are some well-respected industry vets who are part of the team. The question is, will this site really win your appeal? Are you really interested in the site? And I go back and forth on this because the disc-based stuff is really cool, and it does play PSX. So again, it says on their page PSX Sega CD, so that'd be cool to some people in 180p HD. And like all things, the question of this is, what's the price going to be? Is the price going to be important? People say, hey, I want to buy this thing. Whether you like the way the Retron 5 rolled out or not, the price was the most appealing thing to that console, and that's why a lot of people bought it. Was because the price was cheap, and it played a lot of the games they wanted to play on their HD TV. If this can, again, give you the PlayStation, PSX, PlayStation 1, Sega CD on here, then that would be appealing to people if the price is right. If it doesn't, if it leaves out obviously the Jaguar CD, and if it leaves out other ones like the Dreamcast would be kind of a glaring to me. So, what do you think about the Retroblox? Is it something you'd be interested in based on the price? Again, they're going to be doing a crowdfunding later this year, so that will definitely be interesting to see. I definitely want you to see, how much the price this is because the box looks really sleek. I mean, there's no arguing the box looks sleek. The question is, they call it the world's first modular HD retro console. The real question is the price and what games it actually plays, what modules are going to be on it. Are the modules going to be separate at a separate price? If it comes at a cool price and the modules are, let's say the modules are separate, let's just take it that way, and they're at a cheap price, then people might be interested. If it is all together and is expensive, or if they are separate and they're really expensive, then again, it's a console you probably could avoid. Again, if you have Retron 5 and something like that, there's a lot of questions for you because it's all about the CD drive for you. Then the optical drive, does it do enough for you? If you don't have one, then again, it might be. So let me hear your guys' opinion on what you think about the Retroblox. Are you interested in it? Are you not interested? Me, it's kind of like it's cool. I always like new different ways of doing things. For me, it's wait and see what the price will be and how it's all going to work. Like what systems are going to be on it, how the modular is going to work, and all that stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, if you liked the video, hit that like, subscribe button, and I'll make another video soon. Latest.